Our tagline at Shear Madness is "Every child matters," and that's extremely important to us. And finding people that understand that culture, it's not just about making money, although that's important. You're also bringing this great needed concept into your city or into your municipalities.
Shear Madness created a great environment. I mean, you can take all the pictures you want, but unless you walk into one, you really don't get hit with the full, force of what one feels like. I mean, it really is for the kids. Bright colors, great environment, down to the music, the TVs, the toys. I mean, it's just, there's really nothing else really catering to them 100%. I don't think there's really anything else that would compare.
This is really a kid's environment where kids kind of lead us instead of us leading them. This isn't one of those salons where you come in and you adapt to the environment that you're walking in. We adapt to their environment. We've cut kids' hair on parents' laps, in the lobby, on the floor, on the back bench. It's wherever they want, and it's really whatever they're comfortable with. And so the salon is more theirs than it really is ours. We're just there to get a job done, but they have the freedom really to come in and make it their own place.
I think this is such a needed concept. Sometimes it is difficult, just as any business is difficult to run, but we've gone into our salons before and had parents come up to us and go, "We are so happy that you guys opened here." I just couldn't believe how many parents would say to me. Now, I have to tell you, my son he's terrible with haircuts. He's gonna cry all through his haircuts. He's just not gonna be good. And I was able to honestly say, you do not have to worry. This is like no judgment zone at all when you go to Shear Madness, and our stylists, this is what they're used to seeing. It doesn't bother them a bit.
It is very recession resistant, so you never know what the economy's going to do. We thought it was something that was very needed. We also were in an area with lots of kids, so the whole make and look of it, I think, was so professional that we just kind of won us over.
The kids' hair salon idea kind of came about with my own children. I have 3 boys, and there's nothing like it in our community. Moving around with the military, we've seen other concepts in other locations. The barber shops that we did go to, they didn't really cater to kids very well. In fact, some of them even scolded kids while they're in there. As far as a business model goes, we're looking for something that we could manage, lead, direct, lead people, but not necessarily work in the store every day.
I think the biggest thing that makes us stand out is clearly the look of our store. It is so professionally designed and put together. So many things have been thought through. How much space between the stations, where to put the front desk, how retail should be laid out, the proximity of the back bar and where we do ear piercing, and then the birthday parties. All of those things play a role in the functionality of the store.
The reason that you would want to buy a franchise is really for the guidance and the support. So we take people on our onboarding process from the training. We help them with their build out, all of the furniture, fixtures, the architectural plans, and then once they open, that ongoing support. And we have a very close-knit group of franchisees.
Oh, I think the benefit is literally immeasurable. The wear and tear and stress mentally and emotionally on you, having to figure those things out, is draining, to say the least. So to have somebody hold your hand the whole step of the way, to be able to guide you to the right inventory, to best prices. There are so many benefits to being a franchisee. Just being able to have somebody hold your hand and tell you the right way to do things, and all the things you didn't think of have already been thought of, have already been experienced. That to me is immeasurable. I would have years back on my life if I had a franchise to follow for this.
Well, it's a great support system. You can call them for anything. I mean, we have our monthly meetings. That's great. And the different franchises, we talk back and forth with one another. I can easily pick up the phone and call any franchise that I want to and ask a question, or maybe even call Paula and ask a question. Who is the lady that created Shear Madness Haircuts for Kids? So the support system is very good, and that's one thing that I really like.
It wasn't just me alone, you know, with a book trying to figure out how to make this work. It's literally been them feeding me the recipe to success the entire step of the way. It wasn't just a phone call, hey, I have a problem, you know, what should I do to fix it? I mean, they literally drove to my location and put eyes on it and helped find a solution.
Believe it or not, I don't have children and no hair. So I have no hair and no children, so I opened up a children's haircutting salon. But I do see, you know, gratification from a child who screams, kicks, and cries walking through that front door, and then maybe after 3 or 4 visits, they run through the door. And to see that transformation of fear to excitement, I think all the stylists and the employees feel that sense of accomplishment, and that, you know, that kind of brings me a lot of joy just to see that transformation. And also parents, it's tough. It's tough to deal with a child who does not want to get his hair cut, and he kicks and he screams, and to get that off your plate and to get through that hurdle, parents are very thankful for that.
For people who may be considering a Shear Madness Haircuts for Kids, I suggest one thing, that you follow the policies and procedures. If they can do it, you can do it. That's basically what it is. I mean, they hand me an operations book, I'm following what it is, and I'm finding that I'm growing just as they said I'll grow and everything. So you can tweak it a little bit, but 90% of the time you want to follow with the policies and procedures that they've given you.
From the simple, how do I make this happen on the system, to talking about how to handle a difficult employee, how to continue to grow. I love to hear what they're doing and all their ideas.
Everybody that is in the foundational support of the franchises is constantly like, reach out to us, ask us for help. There probably isn't anything we haven't encountered, and if we can't be successful, shame on us, because the resources and the franchise itself is there to support us.
If you're interested in getting a Shear Madness Haircuts for Kids, it's the place for you.